Hello everyone, welcome to our programming lectures. So in this video we are going to explain about how to take the input from the user in R programming. Normally in Python programming we have to use the input function to read the input values from the user. In C programming we use scanf function to read the input values from the user. In C++ programming we use cin to read the input from the user. So let's see. So in R programming, there are two methods to take the input from the user. So one is readline method and another one is scan method. So what is the difference of these also we will understand. Let us understand with the readline method. So this readline method which is used to take the input in a string format. This is the main thing. It is in a string format, it is going to read the input. For example, if you are giving the value 255 or 25, so that value also considered it as a string value only or character value. Even you will give the numerical values or integer values, so those values also consider it as a string values or character values, because by default this particular method or this particular function will read the values as a character values only. Suppose if you want to convert those values to desired out data type, then you have to use this particular functions like as dot integer or as dot numeric and as dot complex and as dot date. So you have to use these particular functions to convert into the desired data types. For example, let's see. Suppose so. Let's read the input from the user by using the readline method. X of readline. Just execute control plus enter and come to the console side, and here you have to give the value. For example, I am giving 25 and press enter. Yes, I have given a value 25. Now I want to print x. Give x and control plus enter. See what is the output that we got, 25, but it is in a string format. How do you know it is a string format? Because so these values has been enclosed with the double quotes. Suppose if you want to convert this string value to an integer value, then what you have to do? You have to use a function as dot integer of x, as dot integer of x. Just control plus enter, again print it. You see the difference. So the 25 has been converted into an integer value. Suppose I want to convert into a complex value, then you have to use as dot complex of x. Press enter. You see here, so the 25 has been converted into a complex value. 25 is a real value and 0 is an imaginary value. So this is the way you can read the input from by using the readline method, right? So this is the syntax. Variable means variable name equals to readline method. If you want to convert, then you have to use the desired function. And one more important point is prompt argument. Normally, so in C programming, in printf function, we will write what you want to print on the screen, enter any number. So here what we will do is we will give within the readline method only by using the prompt argument. If you want to write anything like enter any number, then you have to use prompt. And but prompt is not mandatory, it is an optional. Now let's execute. For example, let's take the variable y. Suppose here I am using the readline method. So using the argument that is prompt. Prompt equals to, suppose you want to ask enter any number. Enter any number. See right side it is asking enter any number. Suppose I give 45 and pressing enter. Now printing the y, yes, it is reading 45. Even one more option is also there. There is not mandatory to use the prompt. within the readline method. So directly also you can write enter any number without using the argument also. This is an optional. Enter any number I have given. You see it is asking the same. Suppose I give 25 and I want to print the value Z S25. But one important point is that readline method, which is used to read the values as a string values. I hope it is clear. And one more, next slide, taking multiple inputs into the R. So same thing, if you want to read the multiple input values, then you have to use multiple readline methods. As I have shown you in the syntax, we have to use the readline method. Otherwise, you can use the braces for define multiple readline inputs. So you can use these braces. So let me execute this. For example, here I have written. So here I am using the braces, open brace and close brace, and total 4 variables I have given, var1, var2, var3 and var4, and I am using the readline method. Enter first number, enter second number, enter third number and enter fourth number. Suppose I want to print all these values, so I have given var1, var2, var3, var4. So let me execute this first. Click on run. So it is asking enter first number, suppose I am giving 25, enter second number giving 67, enter third number giving 35, enter fourth number 89. All the values has been given. Now let's execute these values, var1, var2, var3, var4. So 25, 67, 35, 89. So to read the multiple input values, we have to use the readline method for multiple number of times. Right. And the next one, taking string and character input on R. Normally by default, what is happening in the readline method, reading the values as a string values. Suppose if you want to read input values as a character, then you have to use as dot character type. By default it is reading a string value, so then you have to use the as dot character as we have been discussed. Suppose let's see, for example, p is equals to readline enter your name. Suppose I want to ask enter your name. So here what I do is, suppose I give my name Ranjit. Now I want to convert into as a character type. So to convert into a character type, I have to use as dot character. It has been reading as a string. Now I want to convert into as character. Now let's print this. Yes, it is reading as a character. So you can find out the class also. Class of P, as we discussed in the previously, it is a character type. So this is the way you can read the string values and character values using the readline method. The second method to read the input is scan method. So it is a scan method is a simple method to take the input. Now let's understand. I want to take a new script. For example, X. Here also you just clear the console. X scan. See here, right side it is asking the values. Suppose I am giving 24, and here you need to press the enter for 2 times. So it is reading the item. Now just give X, print X, printing the value 24 as a numerical value only. Just to find out which type of class value it is, class of X will find out. It is a numeric value. See here, when we are using the readline method, reading the integer values and the numerical values as a string only. But the scan method, whatever the values that you are giving, and it is reading as a numerical values only. So this is the main difference between readline method and the scan method. And one more important point, let me execute this scan method again. So it is asking the values. Suppose I am giving 23, giving 45, 67, 38 and pressing enter. Even it can read the multiple number of values also. the scan method also can read the multiple number of values at the same time. See here, I have given total 4 items. So let me execute this X. See, it is given the 4 number of values. So this is the main difference between readline method and scan method. And suppose if you want to take double value or string value or character type of value, then you have to use the argument that is what. What argument that you have to use. Normally by default it is reading as a numerical value. Suppose I want to read double values, then use the scan method, and in this you have to use the what argument and a double. I am giving double, press enter, and it is asking the value. Suppose I give for example 12 I given and 45 I given, only two values I given, and press print enter, print y value, and it is giving the values 12 and 45, and just find out the class of y. So it is a numerical values comes under double only. So type of y, it is a double value. You see, you just observe here. Suppose I want to read the character value. Suppose z is equals to scan of. So using the argument what is equals to character, I want to read a character. Execute this. Suppose I am giving R programming. So two characters it is reading, R and programming. Press enter. Okay. So print z. See, R is one character and programming is another word. Two words has been given. It is reading two values. So if you want to find out the class of z, then use the function class. It is a character type. So this is the way you can read the double values or character values or string values by using the what argument within the scan function. Yes. So this is about how to read the input from the users by using the readline method and the scan method. I hope it is clear. Thank you everyone.